This one here, we're asked to write the domain and the range of the function as an inequality, set notation, and interval notation, and then we'll get to end behavior in a little bit. So for the domain here, we're looking for the all possible x values. So we see these arrows, they point up and on to forever, meaning the x goes on forever to the left and to the right. So what that tells me is it's going to be negative infinity is going to be where it's going to the left, and to the right is going all the way to positive infinity. And because x cannot equal negative infinity or positive infinity, I'm using less than symbols because it's never going to be equal. And when we're doing the set notation, we're just adding our bracket here with the variable and the line, and then we're adding this inequality that we just wrote above inside of that, and then close that bracket. Interval notation, we're just looking at the end points in our inequality. So we're going to say negative infinity and positive infinity, and we're going to close that off with parentheses because, again, we're not saying x is ever going to equal negative infinity and it's never going to equal positive infinity. Now for the range, a little bit different, looking for the y values. The lowest y value, we see it goes all the way down and becomes 2. So in this one here, it's going to be 2 is less than or equal to y because, again, at x equals 0, y is equal to 2. So in this one here, then it goes up and on forever. So our inequality is going to be 2 is less than or equal to y, which is less than infinity. Now making this into set notation, we're going to make this pretend that looks like a good bracket, then y, and then we're going to put this inequality in here. And then lastly, the interval. So because we're using our endpoints here of 2 and infinity, it's not going to touch infinity, but it does equal 2, so we're going to close it off with this bracket here. Now for the end behavior, so the way that we write end behavior is as x approaches infinity. So as we go to the right on this graph, and then we also look at as x goes towards negative infinity, or as we go to the left on the graph, what is happening to the y value? So as x goes towards positive infinity, it looks like the y value is increasing. So y goes towards infinity. Sorry that I'm getting a little bit cramped here. For the second one, as x goes towards negative infinity, it also looks like the y value is going up, so y goes towards infinity. So our end behavior is set as x approaches infinity, y approaches infinity. As x approaches negative infinity, y approaches infinity.